Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to Critical Beauty, another interview with a Mr. America Global contestant. This time it's Mr. Rowan Musick, Mr. Missouri Global 2025. He is going to join us. If you have any questions for Rowan, please feel free to write your questions or comments in the chat box below, and I'll be more than happy to read the comments or the questions back to him. So we're just waiting for Rowan to enter the chat room. See, I see him now. Let's admit him. Hey,
Hey, how are you?
how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
You have this all-American look about you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, you're from the Midwest, obviously,
I
right?
am. I am. Missouri.
Missouri.
Yes, sir.
I've never been to is it St. Louis or St.
Yeah.
Louis?
St. Louis. I say
St.
St.
Louis.
Louis.
Okay.
Most people from Missouri say St. Louis.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, but I've seen that movie, Meet Me in St. Louis,
Yeah. Yeah. It's a classic.
with Judy Garland, one of my
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah.
But I've never been there. I always wanted to go to Missouri. Actually, like a few years ago, I took the train, Amtrak,
Mhm.
and I
Yeah.
traveled actually from Massachusetts all the way to California.
Very cool.
So I don't know if you tried doing the
I've taken the Amtrak from St. Louis to Chicago and up to like Rockford, but I've never taken it cross continental like that. Sounds like it would have been a really fun time though.
I think you should, because I think I
Yeah.
heard Amtrak service has improved through the years. And of course, they have one of these first class berths.
Mhm.
You have all the privacy in the world. You have your own bathroom and whatnot. Um, and you can practice your runway on the aisle.
Yeah. Sounds like a good
Modeling.
time. Yeah. Give
Yeah,
everyone a show.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I remember when the train passed, it was wintertime, when the train passed through Colorado, it
Hmm.
felt like Switzerland because all the mountain cap all the snow-capped mountains and the river, it was just so beautiful. It felt like out of this world. So Colorado is one of the most beautiful states in the country in the wintertime, at least.
I've actually still never been to Colorado. It's one of the few states I haven't made it to yet, and I really need to get out there.
So how many states have you been to so far?
Oh, I'd say I've been to at least 20, 25 or so. I guess I've only been to half then. But drove through a lot of them from moving from Missouri out to Chicago and for school, and then out towards the DC area for a while, and been through a lot of places, visited a couple others for friends and whatnot.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I think, my bucket list is to be able to visit every state in the union.
Oh yeah,
And of
yeah,
course, and the territories as well.
yeah, yeah.
We'll see. So are you excited about Mr. America Global
I'm very
Contest?
excited. I'm very excited. I think it'll be a good time.
hmm Now, I follow your social media,
Mhm.
and I see you're a professional model, and that modeled everywhere. And of course, I know a little about you, but what about the people out there who are watching you for the first time or meeting you for the first time? What would you like to tell them about yourself?
Yeah, yeah. So, my name's Rowan Musick. I'm Mr. Missouri for Mr. America Global 2025. I just recently came back from Vietnam where I was competing as Mr. USA and Mr. Fitness Supermodel World. Day by day, I'm an environmental engineer, and I'm excited to be here and I'm excited to be a part of this upcoming pageant.
Now, how did you get to compete in Vietnam?
Yeah,
Did
that was my
somebody like urge you, or were you invited?
Yeah. So I was actually invited by some of the organizers. My good friend Hansel Tran won the first annual competition 3 years ago now. He was their first Mr. Fitness Supermodel World. He represented the US. I started modeling with him in Chicago. I got the invitation from the organization based on his recommendation. I was honored to compete and represent our country.
Was that the first time in Vietnam?
Yes, that was my first time in Vietnam. Yes.
How did you like it? What was your first impressions of the country?
I actually found it really beautiful. I didn't know quite what to expect. I had never been nearly that far away from the US. I made it out to Europe. I had been to South America, but I had never been out to Asia, and it took my breath away. It was very different and very welcoming, and I loved every minute of it.
So how did you prepare for the like the humid, hot weather? And I would think since it's a tropical country, there's a lot of
Yeah.
mosquitoes and other bugs.
I actually didn't get a lot of mosquitoes while I was there. It was hot during the day, but it got really cold at night. Um, and honestly, if you've ever been to Missouri in the summer, it's hot and humid there too. You get kind of used to it. We have those 100-degree days with 90% humidity, and you just kind of
Oh,
live through it in July. So it kind of felt like going back home.
so you're used to it. Okay, that's one thing.
Yeah.
So what did you think what did you think of the food, Vietnamese
Oh,
food?
I loved it. I actually eat a lot of Vietnamese food on a
Mhm.
regular basis. I have a pho place that I love to go to. I eat a lot of fish in my diet. So it was really adaptable for me personally.
Yeah, actually Vietnamese cuisine is one of my favorite cuisines because everything's
Yeah.
fresh.
Oh, yeah.
Um, and it's very, very aromatic. You have all these leaves
Mhm.
like the mint, cilantro, parsley, this beautiful, wonderful,
Yeah.
arrangement and whatnot. And of course, everybody loves pho. If you
Mhm.
guys don't know what pho is, I recommend that you go to the nearest Vietnamese
Oh,
restaurant in your town
100%.
or city
Yeah.
and help yourself with a nice bowl of pho, okay? Now, that was your first pageant or modeling
Mhm.
competition in Vietnam, and Mr.
Yes.
America Global is going to be your second, correct?
Yes, that's
How did you
correct.
get how did you get involved in Mr. America Global?
So I got recommended by a couple national directors that I met in Vietnam. I met other contestants and I met their teams, and their teams recommended that I reach out to Julio Tatis, the head of Mr. America Global, and he recruited me, and here we are.
That's wonderful. Now, in terms of preparation, because the pageant is what, less than what, 2 weeks? Actually, no,
It's
yeah.
less than a week away. It starts next week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly, exactly. So,
yeah.
do you feel you're 100% prepared as far as, let's say, your physique? Are you content with your
Hmm.
physique?
I feel like I've come to a good place with where I'm at in a physique standard. I feel like I look really good. I feel prepared. I know there's always things to improve. I can always get better, but currently I feel really happy.
I would imagine, having competed in Vietnam,
Mhm.
you probably picked up a few tips, good tips,
Yes.
other
Yes.
fellow contestants, and then you adapted them, or you will adapt them
Mhm.
as you prepare for Mr. America Global. That's great. Now, I would think, as a model, as a social person, Rowan,
Mhm.
you have a lot of friends and family out there who love you.
Yeah.
Now, how would they describe you in three adjectives? Who's the real
Yeah.
one in 3 words?
Three words. Positive, empathetic, ambitious. I think that's a good three to describe me.
P-E-A. Okay, I like that.
Thank you.
That's very easy to remember. All right,
Yeah.
Mr. America Global, if you're looking for a P, here it is, Mr. Missouri Global. Okay, he's your
There we
candidate.
go.
Yeah. That's amazing. I really like that. Now,
Thank
what
you.
do you like to do for fun?
Uh, I like being outdoors. I actually just went on a like mountaineering rock climbing trip with a friend of mine out to Old Rag Mountain in Shenandoah. We were doing some bouldering projects and climbing out there, and that was a lot of fun. I play instruments. I go to the gym pretty much on a daily basis. I love connecting with new people and meeting, learning their stories. Yeah, just being kind of a holistic, well-rounded individual.
Now, you are a musician, are you not?
Yes, yeah, yeah. I was a classically trained cellist in my youth. Was in a couple orchestras. Had a teacher for guitar when I decided I wanted to move on from that. Really learn how to be my own rock star for a while. Um, and then self-taught for the mandolin and a few other stringed instruments. Once you know a couple of stringed instruments, they have some patterns. You can kind of learn the rest of them.
Now, I'm not sure if they have a talent competition in Mr. America Global. Do they?
Not this one. I did ask Julio about that. I thought we may be able to squeeze something in, but it ended up not being a direct focus this time around.
You know what? Just in case, bring your cello with you.
Yeah,
Because
I'll keep it nearby just in case.
yeah, well, you never know. Like, for example, when the judges are like deliberating, they need more time to deliberate. Why not bring out Rowan and have him
Yeah,
play the cello,
it'd be a
whatever.
good pastime. It'd be a
It's-
good pastime.
I think that's wonderful. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Cello is a very hard instrument to play. I would think.
Yeah, I think I started around whenever I was 7 or 8 years old, and I played all the way through the time I graduated high school. Thought about playing in university, just ended up focusing on my engineering degree a little bit more than my music at that point.
Well, you do need a stable occupation. I mean,
True, true.
playing the cello is not going to do it.
Well, I know some of my friends have become professional musicians. My one of my neighbors actually plays for the symphony, so
Oh,
some
okay.
people can make it. I don't want to dissuade anyone from their dreams.
Who
Just
is the,
wasn't my strength.
who is like any famous cellists that I know?
Yo-Yo Ma is a
Yo-Yo Ma, of
very
course.
famous
Yeah, of
cellist.
course.
Yeah,
Well, he's a millionaire now. I would
yeah.
think it's all the
There's
money.
also a rock metal band that has electric cellos in it called the Popolyptica. They're very interesting. They go on
Really?
like global tours and play like metal music on electric cellos. They're
Now,
interesting.
okay, I remember they actually performed during Miss Universe like years ago.
Really?
It's an all-female group. Now, I'm not
Okay.
sure if they were playing the cello or the violin. I can never tell the difference. But they were playing stringed
Yeah.
instruments. And they're all like four-woman group. They're all wearing short mini skirts, very sexy, and they're like, "Da-da-da."
Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Very
amazing. That's
cool.
amazing. Now, here's an interesting question.
Mhm.
Now, Rowan, what do most people think about you that is false, but in reality is actually true?
Ooh. Um, I think most people have a vision of me as being constantly energetic and wanting to be the extroverted person that I am, social settings bouncing around. But once in a while, you really need those recharge self-care moments where everything needs to be a little quiet.
Interesting. All right, so the first time people might meet you, they would probably think you're an introvert, would you say?
I think most people assume that I'm very extroverted because I love those social situations. I get a lot of energy from talking to people. I love getting to be at events. But after a while, you do need to like tailor and
Okay.
realize that you need some time. You need your sleep. It's very important to take care of yourself. Um,
I would think to also be, being a model, I think model is a very demanding job. Uh,
yes. Yeah.
I mean, there are a lot of restrictions, foods that you cannot eat.
Yeah,
You cannot smoke, you cannot drink, etc., and all that
of
stuff.
course. Yeah.
So
No,
you
you
do all
definitely
this.
have to be on top of like your own strategies and your own well-being and really making sure that you're in top shape because it takes also a lot of patience at the end of the day. If you show up for a runway, you'll
Yeah.
be there all day for one show, but you need to be in top form all day because maybe you're needed for photos, maybe you're needed for new clothes. You just need to be there.
And you have to go to bed like really early.
Oh, yeah, because you need to be there first thing in the morning.
Well, you don't want to see the photographer like wasting a lot of time retouching your photos and whatnot. Like,
True.
we take it or
True.
that, we take it or
Yeah. You don't
that.
need the bags under your eyes.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly, exactly. Now, okay, here's a good one. Is there something fun that people do, but you don't want to try it? Like maybe like date some dangerous sports or something, like bungee
Oh,
jumping.
yeah, actually, that was going to be my answer. I'm really interested in pushing my limits. I think skydiving would be cool. I think rock climbing's fun, but bungee jumping has always been one that doesn't sound interesting. It sounds like I'm going to break my back. It sounds painful.
Yeah,
It's kind of freaks me out because you're like hurtling towards the earth and you're just banking on the rope helping you.
exactly. Well, what if the rope breaks?
Yeah. Yeah. What if the rope breaks and I just go into the river? Like, what happens then?
Or what if you hit a big rock or something?
And also, even if the rope does stop you, I feel like the amount of spring that goes through your back, like being whipped at the end, that sounds painful. It sounds, I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
don't know who invented bungee jumping, but I think it's a horrible, horrible sport.
Yeah.
You
I mean,
know.
I think that they were probably scared to go skydiving, which is fair. If the chute doesn't open, you go splat. But I don't know.
Well, that's what about well, okay, what about what do you call it? Hot air ballooning. Would you do that?
Oh,
Would you
I've done that. Yeah, I've been in a hot air balloon. I will say though that before I went on a hot air balloon ride, I kind of had the conception that it was more than a wicker basket in the sky. I kind of assumed that there was like some steel cables or something. It's just a
not?
basket. Like there's no seatbelt, there's no safety equipment. There's a
Yeah.
flamethrower right next to your
Yeah.
head, and you're in a burnable basket.
Yeah. You
It's
know
not
what?
wise.
2 months ago, it was caught on tape. It happened in Brazil. There were like 22 passengers. And
Okay.
like, yeah, I mean, I think the balloon caught on fire, like literally like less than 5 minutes when it lifted up off the ground. And then way up high, you see people like, panicking. And I think a
Yeah.
few of them jumped to their deaths. And
Well,
eventually
that's
the basket fell to the ground. A lot of people got injured, but some people died because of that. It was
oh
terrible. Yeah, it was terrible. So I don't know, not for me. Thank you.
yeah, fair. I went on a small hot air balloon ride around my
Yeah.
hometown of Columbia, so it was
Okay.
just me and two other people.
Yeah.
Much less intense than the 22 person one, I'm sure. It was a much smaller affair.
Exactly. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Now, we all love challenges.
Mhm.
What is a challenge that you would never want to face?
Mm. Honestly, I love the challenges that I've put forth in myself. And I don't think that there's anything in my life that would feel like actual achievement if there weren't those challenges in my way. Uh, I think that while challenge is a struggle and I'd never want to deal with the loss of certain people in my life, I feel like that's inevitable, and wishing that away isn't really feasible. I guess that's the best way I can put that one.
Okay, fair enough. We all have purpose in life, or at least we'd like to think that we have purpose in life. What do you think is your purpose in life?
Yeah, I actually think about this answer a lot, trying to live my life in like an equitable way. And I think really it boils down to winning some victories before it's all said and done, some victories for humanity, leaving the world a little bit better than how I found it, doing something with the talents that I've been given, trying to push something forward.
All right, good one. Here's a fun question. Rowan, if there were no rules in your life for one day and you could be totally outrageous, crazy, what would you do?
Mm. No rules at all, like no
No rules.
laws,
The sky's the limit.
nothing.
You can do whatever you want, no rules.
Sky's the limit for one day. Man, I guess it would just I don't think I would change much about my life. I hate to be the boring answer here, but I like living my life as accomplishing these long-term goals, and a day of debauchery may be fun, and having like a big outrageous party or driving a car really fast or doing something really exciting would be really fun for a day, but all of my major goals take time and they take structure.
How about going to some of the most expensive boutiques in Beverly Hills and just
Oh,
grabbing anything you like? Remember, there are no rules.
oh, there's no rules. Oh, like, do you not feel like you have some moral inhibitions for
Oh, who
stealing?
cares?
Who cares?
If there are no rules, nobody
There
cares
are
about
no
the
rules.
morals.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares about the morals. Oh, I'd have a whole new closet. Every closet. I'd have stores just lined up, warehouses full. I wouldn't repeat outfits for years.
There
I'd
we
be the best
go.
dressed. I have a new designer. He'd be great.
Yes, and you
Yeah.
never wear the same clothes like twice,
Oh
right?
no, I'd
Every day you
have
have a new
great new
clothes.
outfits. It'd be awesome. My Instagram would be stacked for years.
You'll never run out of clothes to wear or shoes to
Never,
wear.
never.
Nothing.
Anyone's like, oh, I have nothing to wear for this event. I'd have them immediately. I'd have everything.
There we go. Wonderful. Now, okay, some of us have embarrassing moments in our lives. Have you had your most embarrassing moment in life, and how did you deal with it?
Yeah, actually, the first moment that comes to mind is a story from a couple years ago. I went down to Peru to build this school with an organization called Be the Change. We were about 6, 7 hours up the Amazon River from this city called Iquitos in the jungle in Peru. We are building this school up there for the community. They didn't have like a good education system. We came in, we're helping do that. And the group that I went with was like mainly through my school, and we were going to make a documentary while we were down there. So we rented some film equipment from a local studio, got some stuff on loan, and I'm in the river playing, like one of the first people to get in the Amazon. I thought it'd be cool. Who gets the chance to swim in the Amazon River? I was thinking. So I got in there playing frisbee with a couple of the local kids and guides. And one of my friends handed me a GoPro. I was like, oh, film this. And right about when he did that, I'm reaching up to get this frisbee. I have GoPro in one hand, grabbing the frisbee, and I kick this fish, and it scares the pants out of me. I throw both things. I lose the frisbee, it sinks in the water. I throw the GoPro, it sinks over here. And then I immediately realize what I've done because I'm like 15 at this point.
Okay.
I can't afford a GoPro. So I immediately swim over, reach my hand down, try to grab this GoPro, and I push it further under the water and I
Oh
can't
no.
grab it.
Oh
And
no. So you
I
lost
remember how
it.
lost it, lost all the footage, ruined our documentary. And then I had to pay for the camera. So I came back home and ended up fundraising and paying the studio back for the camera. But it was the worst because I was just trying to be cool.
That's terrible. Imagine though, maybe, I don't know, maybe a few centuries from now when they do some archaeological digging, somebody
Oh
would find
yeah.
your GoPro.
Somebody's gonna find that thing someday. I really hope that they can recover the footage. I'm
Yeah,
sure there's a good frame of my face just looking traumatized, just like no.
at 15.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. That's funny. Okay, here's a good one. I would imagine you've been bullied online.
From time to time, there's always a
Time.
couple haters out there.
How do you deal with trolls or online haters?
Honestly, I do my best to live positively. I know who I am. I have a good support structure. As much as it's a trite answer, the best thing is to just ignore it and move on. If they are somebody that really you need to care about their opinion, they'll probably have your phone number. They'll probably let you know. If they don't, it's water under the bridge.
Exactly. Yeah, they just like a waste of time. I just block
Yeah,
them. Thank God for blocking.
yeah. I mean, I don't even look at some of the, sometimes people have posted things about like runway walks that I've done or this past pageant. There were people that were fans of other people and they said mean things about me. And until other people brought them to my attention, I didn't even see them most of the time. So if I don't look for it, you won't see
Exactly.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes they tag you.
Yeah.
Like, like who cares? Because they want obviously they want you to react, obviously.
Yeah, but nah, it's not worth my time. It's probably not worth theirs.
Right. Now, I would think one of these days you will have your own house. Describe your dream house.
Ah, So, personally, I actually fell in love with Diplo's Jamaican mansion. He has this eco-brutalist mansion in Jamaica that he made with Gia Wolf and WeFlow up in New York, I think they're architecture firm. And they built this eco-brutalism structure that like just emerges from the jungle. It has these open air corridors and perfectly curated rooms, and
Oh, wow.
I've seen the architectural digest for it maybe 30 times. I love it. I think that's my perfect home, honestly. And he beat me to it, but we can always copy.
So I would think you wouldn't need any air conditioner or
Like
and
certain rooms are cooled, but it's really it's a climate forward idea. That's one of the
okay.
biggest things that's interesting to me. It not only builds in congruence with the landscape, but it's also very eco-friendly. So the rooms are climate controlled with things like geothermal and solar, minimizing the impact on the surroundings. So you're building it with the jungle rather than into the jungle, if that
Okay.
makes sense. So it's this nice amalgamation of like the natural, the human form, and it kind of forces them together and you get to live in harmony.
That like sounds wonderful. Well, as long as you have like screens
Yeah, no, he has like a
to
whole
prevent
recording
bugs
studio
from
out there.
entering
He,
in.
he has a full like record label style recording studio out in the jungle where he made parts of his last album. So he's
Okay.
got all the amenities. I could probably need more. Um, yeah, no, one day we'll get something like that, I think.
All right. Wonderful. Now, do you have any strange habits?
I mean, I'm a bit of a neat freak. I can't leave messes behind. I have multiple sets of coasters in my living room just in case. Um,
Toasters?
yeah, coasters for like
Oh,
drinks. You don't
coasters.
leave
I
rings on
thought
my
I thought you said
tables.
bread toaster.
Oh no. I mean, That would be curious.
Yeah, I know, right? Coaster and toasters.
I collect toasters. But
Yeah.
no, I guess that might be the weirdest thing. I'm not sure it's that weird,
No,
but
I don't think it's weird. I think
yeah,
it's normal. I mean,
fair.
but you're not OCD though. You're not
No,
obsessed.
I wouldn't really attribute myself quite to that level. I
Okay.
wouldn't claim that title. No.
So you just like being neat.
Yeah, I'm just a bit of a neat freak.
All right, good. Now we all know that you play the cello. Do you
Mhm.
have hidden talents?
I mean,
Like,
I I don't think that there's anything too hidden about my life. I'm a little upfront about everything. I'm mo mostly an open book. I don't try to hide facets of my personality. I had never performed public like vocally on my own until I was at the last pageant. And then that was my talent segment. I performed a song. Um, so maybe that was hidden before, but the people who know me would know that I love to sing.
can you touch the tip of your nose with your tongue?
I cannot. I've tried a million times. My younger brother can, oddly enough. Last
Yes.
time I went home, my like 10-year-old brother like ran up to me and asked me if I could do it. And I was like, no, why? And then he did it and it blew my mind. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do it.
Yeah, that would really freak me out. Like
Yeah.
yeah, like people like rolling their eyeballs like 260 degrees or something like that. Like, how do you do
Mhm.
that? Or people, rotating their neck 360. You can't do that. That's impossible unless you're possessed by the devil or something.
Yeah, the hyper flexibility people are definitely something. I've met a couple people can like bend their arms in crazy ways and like, "Ugh, I no, it's too
No.
much."
Yeah, you're gonna be like a professional contortionist to be able to do that.
Yeah, yeah. Ugh.
Now, if you were to, let's say, come back as a superhero in the next life, who would you be and why?
Oh, my favorite superhero is actually Aquaman.
Aquaman.
I think he's great. I used to be a swimmer for Team USA. I did that throughout my childhood into high school and a little bit in college. And I would have been an Olympian if I was Aquaman. I would have talked to all the fishes. Would have been cool. Could have been cool.
Yeah, but you'd be smelly though, all that scales.
No, I mean, have you seen Jason Momoa's Aquaman? He looks pretty cool.
He was cool, but not
He's
anymore. I
cool.
think he's gained a lot of weight. No, wait a minute. He
Uh,
has a new movie. He's
does he?
playing, yeah, he's playing some
Hmm.
king of some sort. Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
he
all
really
right.
bulked up. So he's back to his
Hmm.
great physique ways. Good.
Interesting.
We all love Jason Momoa. Woohoo. Now, here's a good one. What would you do if you were the opposite sex for a month? Put
Hmm.
yourself in the position of a woman for a
So
month.
I'm like in a woman's body. Am I still me or am I somebody else?
You're
Am I like a new person?
you're you still you, but you're female.
I think I would watch how people's interactions with me subtly change to reveal like those biases that we've all learned about, like the social injustices that women face, albeit from like workplaces to just friendship interactions are different. And I think I'd try to really study how those interactions are different from that perspective so I could carry that forward when I revert back to who I am now and maybe take that forward for a bit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know what? It's not very easy to be a woman.
I didn't think it would be. I feel like
No,
their
okay.
challenges are very well
If
faced,
you let's
but
say, have you tried drag, like dressing up as a woman?
I haven't personally, no. I mean, as
Okay.
a kid, I dressed up all the time in dresses, but
Yeah.
it's been years.
Well, you have to shave your face, you have to shave your hair,
Yeah.
your eyebrows, your, legs and whatnot. It's very painstaking. So,
Hmm.
so I can
Yeah,
understand.
no, that makes sense. Like it seems like there's a lot that goes into it. I've seen like a couple episodes of like Drag Race and stuff like that, and I've been to shows, but I've never like gone through the process. Or I think I have a couple friends that have done like drag events, but I don't think I've asked too many questions.
Yeah. Yeah, I love drag. I did drag for a while, and
Really?
it was like it was exciting, but at the same time, it was very different. It was very
Did you have
unique.
like a character name?
I did not have a character's name, but at one
Okay.
point I dressed up as a cosmopolitan girl. So
Okay.
I looked I would be on the cover of a fashion magazine. It was very European
Oh, very
look.
nice. Very
I had a
cool.
red hair wig and whatnot. So it was
Yeah.
a Coco Chanel bag and a fur coat, well, a fake fur coat.
Ooh.
Yeah, I thought it was, but I'll never do that again because it was so time consuming just preparing yourself, you know. Anyway.
So you stopped because it was just too much time?
It's too much time, but you know what? A
Yeah.
lot of people think that people do drag just for the comedy, just to make people laugh.
Mhm.
But it's not necessarily true because it's a very disciplined art form.
It
Very
seems
disciplined.
pretty serious, and it also seems like there's a lot of effort that goes behind it, like a lot of artistry. It's definitely not just like a
Totally. Hmm.
comedy sketch at all. I wouldn't attribute it to being comedy most of the time. It's more like a dramatic performance
Yeah,
from my vantage point.
if you've seen RuPaul's Drag Race, I mean, you see all those
Yeah,
queens like doing some
yeah,
splits and
yeah.
dancing in high heels and whatnot, doing somersaults. I mean, I probably wouldn't do that because I'm sort of like a traditionalist drag performer or whatever. But the kids of these days, the younger ones, wow, I never would have believed that they could do that and stuff. Anyway,
You
kudos
weren't
to
doing
them.
cartwheels down the runway.
I know, right? Yeah. All right, moving on, moving on.
Fair enough.
Here's a good one.
Mhm.
What belief do you have that most people disagree with? Could be anything,
Ah,
political, religious, anything.
um, I'm a pescatarian. I don't eat meat. I haven't eaten like steak or chicken or pork or any of that. And my mom, God bless her soul, she let me decide that on my own when I was about 3. She thought it would taper off quite quickly. It didn't. And so I've had that moral debate for years around that issue, and I never want to push my belief onto anyone, but I'll definitely debate the issue if anyone brings it up and they're like, I think it's morally right for me to do this thing. I'm like, well, I'm a pretty healthy individual. I don't. You can do it. Just decisions. Personally, I'd push it all the way to probable vegetarianism. It's just more difficult, and I haven't gotten there. But
It's not really so difficult. I'm vegan. I've been a vegan for 25 years, you know.
there you go.
Yeah.
Very impressed. I would actually love to get some tips on veganism. I've never been able to do it with enough balance for my like healthy fats. So that's where I've always seen like limitation because you can get a lot from different legumes and beans and
Mhm.
stuff, but most of those are carbohydrate sources at their base. So you end up with this like reduction in your omega 3s. Where do you get your omega 3s and such from
Oh
in
God.
veganism?
I get my flax seeds, chia seeds.
Mm, okay.
I love the darker when you think of
Mhm.
proper nutrition, think of dark, intense colors. So the darker
Okay.
intense the color of the vegetable, the fruit is, the more nutritious it is. So
Okay. That's a
yeah.
solid rule of thumb. Fair
Think
enough.
in other words, think of rainbow.
Yeah. Fair.
Rainbow
Fair.
diet. Rainbow
Yeah,
food.
there you go. Yeah, I remember that being an idea back in a couple nutrition books back in the day.
You know who's a famous pescatarian is actually former Miss Universe from the United States, 2022.
Really? I didn't
R'Bonney
know
Gabriel,
that.
yeah, she's pescatarian and she's indulged in sustainable fashion and whatnot.
Yeah, yeah.
She makes her own clothes out of secondhand clothing. She does not believe
Amazing.
in buying, she doesn't believe in fast fashion, so to speak.
Yeah, no, of course not.
Mhm.
I mean, we all know at this point that fast fashion doesn't do great things for the environment. It leads to massive amounts of problems and cutting corners. So
Mhm. All right,
that's a good thing to
sustainability.
stand for.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, Rowan, if a potential employer looked into a social media platform, what kind of person would they find?
Yeah, I think they'd find a good, well-rounded view of who I am. I've posted trips that I've gone on. I've posted the modeling opportunities that I've had. I've posted things from my passions and my jobs. And I've posted a lot about my family. Um, I guess it kind of depends on what social media you end up looking at, really. Like my LinkedIn is purely my job, uh, from like my engineering perspective, nothing else. My Instagram is like this amalgamation of modeling and like my interests, and then Facebook is mainly my family endeavors, and then some of the pageantry modeling stuff as well. But
Are you on Snapchat?
not really. I was back in the day for like communication, but
Yeah.
it
Yeah, I tried Snapchat for like a year, but I lost interest. And
yeah, it
because
does.
everybody's doing Instagram and YouTube. Facebook is like
Yeah.
dwindling, you know,
Facebook is really big internationally, though. If you go over to Asia, Facebook is
it's so
huge.
huge.
And then they don't really use Instagram, which I thought was interesting. Same thing for Africa, I found out. Big Facebook, very little Instagram. So,
Mhm. Nobody uses Twitter or X hardly
yeah,
anymore,
no.
you
I
know.
remember Twitter being big back in the day, but I feel like a
Not
lot of people stopped
anymore.
looking at it.
And then I
Yeah,
tried Threads. It worked for a while, but now, I don't see a lot of
yeah.
people following me in Threads. So buy Threads. So either Instagram,
I never
Facebook, or
added
YouTube.
threads.
That's it.
Yeah. I think the ones that I have are the ones I'm going to stick with. They work for me. I like them.
And
So,
LinkedIn, of course, professional.
yeah, yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
good. Now, what makes you sad and what brings you joy?
What
What
makes
makes
you
you sad, Ron?
sad? Not not fulfilling potential makes me sad. Seeing somebody waste the potential that they have or the time that they've been given is always something disheartening. When you see somebody like throw away an opportunity that you see very clearly, it's
Mm,
always hard to watch, especially if you've pointed it out to them. Um, and then on a flip side, easy answer here. Watching somebody achieve, watching somebody live up to their height or get that new goal or accomplish that new task
mhm.
or get that promotion, whatever it be, watching others accomplish their goals and accomplishing them myself, of course. But seeing accomplishment is always fantastic. But wasted potential is
Yes.
heartbreaking.
Yeah, I mean, life is too short. You might as well, take advantage of every opportunity that comes your way.
Exactly.
Pe-
Exactly.
People, a lot of young people these days. I mean, this generation, I'm sorry to preach, but they lack focus, they lack discipline, they don't have any sense of direction. They spend too much time scrolling on their iPhone and, too much screen time. That's
I
why.
mean, I'll be right there with you to say that because I'm a part of that younger generation. I know I spend too much time on my phone. I know it leads to decisions that aren't great sometimes and areas where you end up in this repetitive loop of comparison rather than just living in the moment. And that can be very detrimental.
Exactly. Go out in nature, like feel the
Yeah.
fresh air,
Yeah.
talk to the plants for Pete's sake.
I mean, be a global citizen, like be a part of the world you're in. Yeah.
Travel.
Yeah,
Travel.
if you're sitting in your apartment with 18 hours of screen time, I mean, I hope you were productive. I hope you got something done because you really can be online these days. If you have like a fully remote job, sure.
Yeah, yeah,
But I hope that if you're sitting in line online for the majority of your day, you're doing something very productive. Otherwise, it's sometimes disheartening to watch.
exactly. Exactly. Listen to Rowan, people, okay? Words of wisdom. Last question, Rowan.
Oh,
Why
last question.
should you be Mr. America Global 2025?
Yeah. So I think that my core values and tenets align very well with what Mr. America Global is trying to do as an organization. I kind of said it in my intro video for this competition that I wanted to stand for strength not purely being this physical pursuit. It's about the impacts we leave behind, right? And really, what I wanted to convey by that, if I can rant for a little bit here, is that as much as pageantry looks at this physical aspect, we are all expected to be in shape. We're all expected to be able to have this modeling talent. Um, there's also this mental component. There's that charisma aspect. You need to be able to put your best foot forward, use those talents. But then you also need to use these platforms we've been given to make a meaningful impact, whether that's mentorship in younger people or our peers, but also environmental stewardship is very near and dear to my heart. My advocacy platform this year is that environmental stewardship. I'm trying to make people aware of what their impacts are, what they can do in a local sense. It's my career. I've made this is what I've decided to dedicate my life to, and I'm trying to promote that as well through this. And I think that's just hand in hand with what they're trying to do. You're not just making somebody that's a model with this group. That's not what this is. you're showing off a well-rounded individual that can represent our country well.
Wonderful. Good answer. Woohoo.
Thank
Great,
you.
great, great. So your advocacy is actually related to environmental
Yes,
preservation.
yes. So I'm an environmental engineer. I
Mhm.
focus mainly on water resource engineering. So I have a couple projects going right now that focus on purification of our wastewater, our clean water, and then also environmental remediation in certain freshwater systems across the eastern seaboard right now. So in
That's
those projects,
amazing.
we're not only purifying for human consumption, but making the world better and mitigating some of the environmental damage we've done so far.
Yeah. I would, I'm sure you know that there are countless like teeny weeny plastic pieces
Oh yeah,
found.
microplastics are everywhere. Yeah.
Microplastics are everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah. And when you said, that you eat fish, are you
Mhm.
not concerned that some of these fish might have eaten
No,
microplastics?
that's definitely a concern. Making sure that your fish are coming from sustainable practice areas, that you're getting good quality food is always important. And I am considerably worried about the microplastics that are in all of our food. Something that we're going to have to deal with as we move into the future because it's an issue it doesn't seem like we can work backwards from, really. It's
Yeah.
cleaning that issue up is going to be a lifelong pursuit, I think,
Yeah.
if not past my lifetime.
Mhm. Yeah, because I'm concerned about like microplastic like entering my blood vessels and whatnot, even
Yeah, I mean, they used to be
river
in our bar
water.
soap. Do you remember those like micro beaded soaps that you used to get that
Yeah,
like
yeah.
exfoliated you? Yeah, that's
Mhm.
microplastics. We were just marketing them much better back then. We were putting them straight on us all the time, just rubbing it in.
I
Yeah.
know, MAHA, make America healthy again, all right? No more
We're
microplastics,
trying.
please.
We're
No more
trying to make it
sugar.
happen. Oh, yeah.
No more sugar. Good. All right. Enough of these stupid questions. Let's play some games. All
We got
right.
some games. All right.
Oh, game number one. Very simple. This or that. I give two things. You tell me which you prefer. Okay,
Mhm.
simple.
All right,
Rowan,
fair.
coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Pure black or anything
I have it
green?
like I love espresso. I love a little espresso machine. Honestly, I if I had to pick like one drink forever, I'd probably say a flat white. Simple, easy.
So when you were in Vietnam, did you try Vietnamese
Mhm.
coffee?
I did. It's delicious. I actually had one this morning. There's a Vietnamese place across the street.
It's very sweet and it's very like
It
very
is.
rich.
Yes, it's so rich. I actually, yeah, I had dozens of them while I was over there. It's hard to get enough.
Wine or beer?
Wine.
Ice cream or yogurt?
Like froyo?
Yogurt,
Probably ice cream. Ice
ice
cream,
cream.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Boxers or briefs?
Boxer briefs.
Both?
No,
A
so
combo.
boxers are loose,
That's a
briefs are like
combo.
tidy whitey size, and
Yes.
then you have like the mid-length
The
but tighter.
the
Yeah,
middle of the
those.
road.
Yep, the middle of the road.
Like a hybrid.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting. Taxi or Uber?
Uber,
Pasta or pizza?
pizza,
And dog or cat?
dog.
Dog. You have a dog?
I do not have a dog. I've never had a dog or a cat actually, but if I had to choose one, I'd probably get a dog.
Perfect. Game number two, favorites. What is your favorite music?
Like band or album, song?
Anything, type of genre, the music.
Oh, I love alt rock from the 90s. I think my favorite album would probably be Sublime's original album,
Ooh,
Sublime.
they're good. They're very good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
It was a good snapshot of what LA was looking like in the 90s, I think.
Have you heard of the Cranberries?
I have heard of the Cranberries. Is that yours?
They're one of my favorites, from
Nice.
that era. Yeah, I mean they're
Good.
awesome.
Yeah.
And I also like oh my God, I kind of like you're too young for this, but the new wave, the British invasion back in the
Hmm.
1980s,
Yeah, yeah,
with
yeah.
whatchamacallit, A Flock
Like
of
the Rolling
Seagulls.
Stones and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, the
Yeah.
Rolling Stones is much older than that. We're
Oh,
talking
okay.
about 1980s, like Duran
Oh, okay.
Duran.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Wham,
Yeah.
Boy George,
Yeah.
Culture Club, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I love that generation. Yeah, and
Okay.
they're coming back,
They're
and
coming back.
disco's coming back too.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
Fair.
Okay, what is your favorite? Well, who's your favorite actor?
Ooh. Uh Robin Williams. Rest in peace.
Oh yeah, my
Yeah, I
God.
know. He had a
Wow.
couple of fantastic films and yeah, he's just fantastic.
Yeah, he passed away, I believe, somewhere 2014. I remember.
Yeah.
He was also one of my favorite because he and Meryl Streep. Any
Mm.
actor who is capable of making different accents,
Hmm.
playing different roles, international roles, I like. That's why I love Robin Williams.
Fair.
I miss his comedy. He was so funny. My
Yeah.
God. And you never know, he just like all of a sudden he just killed himself. Like, where did this
I
come from?
mean,
Nobody knew.
sometimes it's the people who project the most happiness that you need to watch out for the most.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. What is your favorite movie?
Ooh, favorite movie of all time? Uh, honestly, I really like La La Land. The
Oh, I just saw that like last
rom-com.
week.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fantastic. I love that movie. I think it's fun. I think it's interesting. I think it has a really interesting ending that makes me feel a lot every single time, and it's great.
We all love Emma Watson. Yeah, that's her name. She's
Yeah,
she's she's beautiful too. I love her.
yeah. That's Emma Stone, I believe, but
Emma, yeah, that's it.
yeah,
What is your favorite non-alcoholic drink?
probably coffee, and if not coffee, then lemonade. Lemonade's pretty great. Yeah.
All right. What about putting some lemonade in coffee? Have you tried that?
Actually, it's fantastic. You should
Oh,
do like
really?
lemonade with some
Oh my,
espresso.
all
Yeah,
right.
because the sweetness of the lemonade helps
The
counteract the
tartness.
bitterness of the espresso, and then you have a little bit of tart in there as well. It's nice
Oh,
on a summer day. Yeah,
you
I
know what? I'm gonna
recommend it.
I'm gonna I'm gonna try that one this afternoon, during
Yeah,
my
for sure.
nap
Yeah,
time. I will, for sure. Thank
let me
you.
know how it goes.
Oh, definitely. What is your favorite color?
Green, love
Green.
green. Yeah,
The
nice
color of
earthy
life.
feel. Yeah, yeah. I have a massive green rug in my living room. My
Well,
eyes are green.
though, is that a wall? What is it?
This,
Panels
yeah,
green?
this is like a cloth panel. I'm in a co-work space right now, so
Okay.
yeah.
So, what is your favorite holiday?
Well, I'm a big fan of Christmas. I love getting together with my family. Uh, I got two little brothers. It's very exciting when Santa comes to town. Uh, yeah, it's a good time.
So you're the oldest.
Yeah, by about 10 years. Yeah.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, my brothers are 10 and 14, I think. Yeah.
Wow.
11 and 14. 11 and 14. I'm a bad brother. I forgot how old he was. I
So
don't
they
think
look
he's
up to
watching this.
so they look up to you as like the role model. Okay.
I I hope I'm setting a good example for them.
And when you
I don't
think
know
about
if they look up to me, but
when you
I
think
hope.
about sustainability, you instead of throwing your old clothes away, you just hand them to your
Yeah, I do actually.
right?
Yeah, my brothers have all of my old clothes unless they have holes in them.
Cool. Same size,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. I mean, they're growing up, so they go through the same changes. I
They're
just gave
growing
away
up.
like some old suits to them, and now my brother was like walking around the other day in a three-piece suit, and I was like, "Well, you're the baby. Why do you have a suit? This is weird."
That's nice.
Yeah.
Game number three. Would you rather, Rowan, would you rather be a famous director or a famous actor?
Famous actor. Yeah.
You
I'd
want
rather
all
be on the
you want all
screen.
the attention.
I think it's fun. I think it'd be interesting. Yeah.
Would you rather drive a Jaguar or a Ferrari?
I mean, in a modern context, neither of them. If we roll it back to the 50s, I'd or the 60s, I'd love a Jaguar D type. I think they're beautiful. But then also Ferrari GT50,
They're cool too.
GTO 250, 250 GTO. That's the right words. Also gorgeous. So it's on. I think
So
I'd have to go Jag though.
become a famous actor. You're going to be very rich one of these days, and you are able to afford to buy
Yeah.
both a Jaguar and a
Oh,
Ferrari.
probably the old Jaguar.
The
Jaguar
Jaguar.
D-Type. Yeah.
I like the James Bond classic Jaguar. I really do.
Yeah, yeah.
With all these accoutrements, this hidden, hidden
Well,
weapons.
he drives an Aston Martin. He's
Does he?
a
Wait a minute.
DB4. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that's right.
yeah.
So who drives the Jaguar? I forget.
Uh,
One of those British guys, I
Villains.
think.
All the British villains drive
Yeah, pretty
Jags.
much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Steve
Well, yeah.
McQueen, in the 60s, he had a Jaguar
Oh, he
XKSS,
did.
which is Jaguar D type road version. Yeah,
And they're
yeah.
all manual. They're not automatic. I want something
No.
automatic. They're all stick shift,
Well,
right?
the modern ones are all automatic.
Automatic,
So,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, one of these days. One of these days. Rowan, would you rather have more time or have more money?
More time, I think. I think I could do a lot with just an extra couple hours a day. I
Well,
think I'd see it some
more
fulfillment.
time means you have more time to make money, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Not me. I need money now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you rather be beautiful but stupid or intelligent but ugly?
Um, oh, that's a really tough question. I think at the end of the day, intelligence matters far more in what you can do with your life than being pretty ever will. Um, I I mean, I couldn't do half the things I do in a day if I didn't have the skill set
Intelligent.
and the intelligence that I've built up over the years. So I'm really thankful to have that ability.
Good answer. Plus, looks fade over time in a way, right?
Yeah. Hopefully I stay gorgeous forever.
There you go. Just stay away from the sun.
Yeah.
Would you rather eat only meat or eat only plant-based foods the rest of your life?
Plant-based foods. Easy answer. Yeah.
All right. Good decision. Would you rather take a vow of celibacy or take a vow of silence? Ooh.
Probably a vow of celibacy. It'd be very hard not to get to talk to people the rest of my life. Would definitely lose out a lot. So celibacy would be it there. Hard question though.
Well, not only that, but if you're representing Mr. America Global, you have to talk. Always have
You
to talk.
can't do it as a mute. What if I just
You
I'd learn sign language, it'd be good. I don't know it yet, but we can get there.
never know. You never
Yeah.
know. Would you rather have dinner with Madonna or with Lady Gaga?
I think that I think it'd be more interesting given her current relevancy to have dinner with Lady Gaga. I
Why?
think it's really hard to compare the two when it comes to like historical relevance, but because she's relevant now, because it would potentially lead to like a more interesting life forward, Lady Gaga would be an interesting one to have dinner with.
Maybe are you concerned that if you went out with Madonna, she might try to seduce you?
No, no, not at all. I'm just I unfortunately know less about Madonna because I grew up listening to Lady Gaga. Like she's been famous my whole life. Madonna was famous when I was a kid. Like I remember her being famous. She's definitely like one of the all-time greats. I just
Mhm.
feel like I know less about her.
All right.
Maybe I need to do some Madonna research. That's what that is.
Well, she's still performing and she's still drawing a lot of crowd. So she's still very much relevant. Good one. All right. Well, I think that's pretty much wrap up this interview. I know when do you leave for Washington, D.C.?
Next we arrive next Wednesday.
Next
Yeah.
Wednesday. Okay. So everything is confirmed, your travel
Yep.
arrangements and hotel
Yep.
and whatnot.
I'll be there, ready.
Now, have you actually been getting to know some of your fellow contestants?
Yeah, we've met over some Zoom meetings. I've met a handful of them in person. And so I'm just looking forward to making better, more fruitful connections with those guys. Yeah.
Okay, that's wonderful. Now, as far as your wardrobe is concerned, are you going to be wearing a tuxedo for the formal
Yeah.
wear?
Hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
a little bow tie maybe,
A
or
little bow tie, tied it myself. Yeah, no. So we have a couple suits, we have a couple tuxedos, we have some more interesting items just in case we want to push that way depending on what different events call for. Just gonna try to put my best foot forward and be as representative as possible of who I am.
That's wonderful. And of course, okay, well, let's say, what if you don't win? What's next?
That's fine. That's
Okay.
fine. I have a lot of interesting projects going on for my engineering work. I have New York Fashion Week coming up in September. And then we have other events that are down the line. I
Good.
haven't worked out massive details yet, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, you go to the pageant, you network with other people in the industry. This is how you're, maybe, meeting new people eventually will bring new opportunities for you.
Exactly. Well,
Modeling,
it's just
never
like
know.
the pageant I just did in Vietnam. I didn't know I wasn't competing for Mr. America Global at that point. Those connections led me here. That was less than 2 months ago. And now this may lead to something very near down the line.
That's wonderful. Listen, I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
I think you will do very, very well. I think the judges will love you're very charismatic. I noticed
Thank
that.
you, Rafa. I
You're
appreciate that.
very approachable. I mean,
Thank you.
because a lot of people are intimidated by really good-looking people, but I think with you, people will find you much easier to approach because you're full of life, you're full of
I
generosity,
appreciate that.
you're very
Thank
warm
you.
too. So I see
Thank
that
you.
aura that around you, the
Thank
Missouri
you.
aura,
Well, that's very
St.
kind.
Louis aura,
I've
okay?
loved getting to talk to you, albeit virtually, and I hope you can join us for the competition. I'd love to get to pick your brain a little bit in person too.
Oh,
So,
most definitely. Sure. No
yeah.
problem. Listen, before I let you go, is there like a message that you would like to say to your followers, to the people who are watching the show, and to
Yeah, of
your
course.
family and friends?
Yeah, I want to thank everyone who's watched the episode. This is actually my first podcast, so I'm very excited to been invited by Rafa for the show, and I appreciate your support going forward for Mr. America Global 2025. Thank you all.
Wonderful. So once this video is up in my YouTube channel, I will tag you
Mhm.
so you can share the
Fantastic.
with your followers. And I'm also going to put your Instagram handle in the
Of
description
course.
box so people can follow you on your
Thank you.
journey to Mr. America Global, which will take place in Washington, D.C. on August 23rd. So it's literally around the corner. So, young man, I wish you the best of luck. Hopefully, this is not the last time we're going to talk to each other, and I'm sure we'll probably have more
Oh,
conversation
probably.
in the near
I hope
future.
so.
Maybe after you win.
Hey, here's the thinking.
All right.
Have a great
Have
day.
a wonderful rest of the week, and I'll talk
Thank
to you
you.
soon.